Governor El-Rufai mocks Peter Obi supporters over 2 million man march in Kaduna.
Now, Governor El-Rufai, I don't like to use the word executive. A governor is a governor of Kaduna State. Kaduna State, in case you don't know, is to a large extent almost like Lagos. It is very cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, the governor of that state, so now the supporters of Peter Obi want to have a million or 2 million man march. Yeah. Okay. Now, Governor El-Rufai has serious challenges with security to the extent that there's a leaked document that he wrote to the president that it looks as if a parallel government is emerging in his state. That is how serious the challenge has. So, okay, now, so the supporters of Obi want to conduct a 2 million man march. In the first instance, I thought that El-Rufai would have negotiated with them to say to them, given the tense situation we have in Kaduna, this march could be hijacked, it could lead to security breaches. But he doesn't do that. He now tweets. This is a man on whose responsibility the security of the state is in his hands.
Yeah.
And he says, he now tweets to say, the story here says, in a tweet yesterday, El-Rufai said he hoped that the Peter Obi supporters had 200 people in the streets of Kaduna for the march. That's politics. But he now says the governor said they could only get the figure they were projecting by importing people to the state. And this is what he said. A very unfortunate statement. He said, in Kaduna, not Kaduna, I hope we get 200 persons on the street, including those imports. He puts imports in parentheses. Those imports that can't open their shops on Mondays and come on overnight bus last night. I just they laugh. Wallahi talahi. Very, very unfortunate. A very, very unfortunate statement coming from Chief Executive. Look, I've noticed, I told Sheriff this morning, and I'm going to be very blunt here. I've noticed that one or two of the major parties want to turn the Peter Obi phenomenon, which I think is a phenomenon, want to turn it into a Biafran issue. Please do not sink this country because of your ambitions. I think, not that I know, but I think that, definitely I'm almost saying that I know that what Peter Obi represents is beyond, far, far, far. In fact, it was non-Igbos that virtually pushed him to the fore. And I remember in this studio, I was even saying and jokingly to tell my Igbo brothers not to claim him as a candidate from the East. Even the Afenifere that represent certain interests in Yoruba land have said that, And so it is beyond that. But they are trying to push this narrative, especially the APC. I'm going to be very blunt. Given what Bayo Onanuga said, something to do with IPOB and so on and so forth. It's a dangerous narrative. It might appear to be a good tactic, but at the end of the day, we don't want to burn this country.
No, we don't.
All you need to do, and I'm appealing to all the parties, Peter Obi inclusive, obedient and every articulated and batified. I'm appealing to all of you, sell the agenda of your party and your candidate. That's what I'm appealing to all three to do. All these attacks here and there, for me, is, do you want, even if you do win, do you want to be president over a fractured country? I think not. Let's all be adults here. We're going to ask that we all be adults here. And I think the rest of us should reject this connotation. Let us face the issues. This is like a car salesman. He knows that the engine is bad. He keeps pointing to the dashboard and the boot. As you say, cling on Ogbe. I want to start this car. And I said, no, I might worry. Look at the boot. So don't do this. What we expect from all the parties is what you have for Nigerians. And that is what should concern us. Please do not let us burn this country. Don't let us burn this country. Let us remember the words of former President Jonathan. I almost said, where you're talking sometimes. Yeah. Former President Jonathan, who said that his ambition to be president is not worth the life of anybody.
That's right.
That's the mark of a statesman. Let's stop all this. And for people to know, it's important that these people, for parties to know that there is nothing you can spin that we don't know. We are not a bunch of dunderheads. We are not stupid people. We are educated. We are exposed. Okay, we are educated. We are exposed. We know the game. And there are those of us who are ready to educate our people on the game. We will not tell you who to vote for. That is your own prerogative. But what is most important is we do not want this country to burn. Because Kenya just had elections yesterday. I haven't seen any report of violence. I think the fact our president has already congratulated their own president.
Yes.
Please, let us try and be adults in the room.